Money is just one of those conversations that a lot of couples do not address until they have to, and by then it's a little too late. Things have gotten kind of awkward. But that is why we have Morgan Lemaitre from Park City Wealth Advisors with us today. You are going to explain why we really just got to pull that chair up to the table and have the conversation.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to be here. This is a really important topic that we don't talk about enough in society, and especially women. A lot of times we feel a little bit uncomfortable talking about money and having those conversations with our spouses. Even though we are boss women in charge, it's still awkward.
Absolutely. It's so true. Okay, so why do you think women should be involved? Because I think one of the things that we often think is, well, I don't handle the finances, so I don't need to be involved in the conversation. Not true.
Not true at all. And you're right. Women historically have handled a lot of the day-to-day finances.
Right.
You know, what's our budget this week for shopping? And they've delegated the big decision making to their spouse. And here's the issue with that. They need to have a seat at the table, right? This is their story too. And women that have clarity on what their finances are proven to make better decisions in their careers, in their relationships, in their lifestyles. So it's not about, do I distrust my spouse or anything like that. It's about confidence and clarity, so you can make really great decisions together in the same car, driving to the same destination.
It is so true. And all I can think about too is also just the mental ease that would put someone at, because you're so right where it's okay, we know the budget for the groceries this week, but if something unexpected were to happen tomorrow, a lot of women wouldn't know where to start.
Oh my gosh, you are so right. Most women could easily tell you their child's shoe size before they could tell you if they have a life insurance policy.
Right.
And so really seeking answers before you need to know them to, do I have a life insurance policy? What happens if something happens to my spouse? Will we be okay?
Yeah.
We have a trust document. What does it say? This is wild. So, I mean, most people think they have a trust document, they put it away, they've checked the box, they're done. But what happens if something happens to you and you pass away? Statistics are your spouse will get remarried within 4 to 5 years. 80% of men will get remarried.
Wow.
And is your part of the estate you've created together protected? Is it going to still go to your kids, or is it going to somewhere else?
And you want to make sure all of that is buttoned up.
Definitely.
And I'll tell you right now, that is the type of language that I don't always understand. You know, the difference between the trusts and the will. So that's where someone like you can help us.
100%. Having a great person by your side, a partner, an advocate, they're going to help you understand what questions you should be asking, what things you should be doing, because we live in a world where there's such an abundance of knowledge. Sometimes it's confusing to even know where to start.
100%. Well, and I also think you and I were kind of talking that sometimes the conversation is hard to have with just you and your spouse. But when you bring in a third party, it kind of just softens it a little bit. So this is where Park City Wealth Advisors, that's your forte.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're helping bridge the gap, align values with spouses, make sure that, you know, maybe values aren't aligned. We have different money values, but how do we make sure that we have a united purpose and a united vision, and we're on the path together?
Now, I also want to ask, many women might feel intimidated about taking on the finances or the investing. So where should they begin?
Absolutely.
Even just a phone call?
A phone call.
Yeah.
You know, I don't remember if in college you ever had like writer's block and you couldn't figure out what to write, and the solution always was just start.
Yes. Oh, I love that. That's so good. Yes. So making the phone call, and that's where you can meet people where they're at. Absolutely. And be able to kind of help out there. So Park City Wealth Advisors. And then before we go, I also just wanted to ask you really quick, what would you say off the top of your head, kind of rapid fire, is the biggest fail that you see people make?
Oh, couples all the time they don't avoid talking about the numbers, they avoid talking about the values.
Okay, that's a great one. So there you go. If you find yourself talking about the numbers and not talking about the values, and you want to make sense of it all, give my friend Morgan here a call, because she'll take care of you and make sure that you're buttoned up, feel good on the inside, and know you're doing right on the outside.
Absolutely.
All righty. Thank you so much, Morgan. We appreciate you.
Thank you.